Hey everyone, happy birthday to all of the February born souls in the world. It is my birthday month as well, and I'm excited. I'm celebrating, and I hope that you are celebrating because you are magical and you are worthy of a celebration. And speaking of that, that's one of the reasons why I am doing this video because it is a celebration. But before I get into more of the celebration of my birthday, just in a few short days, I want to say much gratitude, and I have much gratitude and much appreciation to all of my friends and family members of old, far, near and far, my soul tribe, all of you that have known me for some time or a very short time or don't know me at all. I want to thank you. I just want to say I appreciate all of you and anyone that has played a pivotal role in my life. You know who you are. I really appreciate who you are. I really appreciate not only what you've done for me, but who you are as an individual because it speaks volumes about who you are and what you bring and how you serve in the world. And that's what life is about, right? So, on this journey and in this celebration, what I want to share, because I want to be brief, I want to share a part of my celebration for myself is to look back and, do a self reflection, right, over my journey and where I come from and where I've been, the places that I've gone to, whether it's of the mind or actually of the body and of the soul and the spirit, and what I gathered and what I learned along the way. And these are life lessons, right? And I believe each year is a year that we're learning, we're accomplishing something, we're learning a lesson. And these lessons are worthy of sharing at times. And so that's what I'm doing right now. And so what I did is to stay on track because I do like to free flow. So I'm still going to free flow a little bit, but I want to keep it short. So one of the first lessons that I really want to bring up is a very profound one, and that's the area of relationship. Relationships are so key and pivotal, and relationships of all kind play a vital role in our lives and helping us to be more self-aware. And on my journey of self-discovery, because I've been on this journey of self-discovery intensely for a while now. And I've learned that relationships help us, they're like mirrors. They help us to see and be more aware of who we are and what we're doing, how we're contributing, and how we're serving in the world. And for me, I learned that relationships with other people are value. Relationships with Mother Earth and our connection to Mother Earth is super valuable, as well as the animals and nature, the plants, the trees, the sun, the moon, the sky, all of the elements that exist. We are connected, right? We are deeply connected. We got to have water. That's a relationship. We consist of so much water. We got to have the sun, right? It's vital to the foods and the plants and all of that growing. And for us to be able to see that sun gives us that it helps to shine the light and help us to see in the dark places. And we have to have earth, and realizing the dirt is how we connect. We grow. We are made up of dirt, right? And so having this connection, with the elements and nature, and recognizing the connection that we have with the animals and the plants and one another is vital. But what I've learned is the most valuable relationship that I have, that I needed to recognize more, is the relationship that I have with myself. And I learned that it's so important to recognize myself. And one of the ways I was able to do that, well, there's so many different ways, but one of the ways is by recognizing that I am light and I am dark. I am made up of both of these components. And what that also entails, what that means is that I needed to go on a journey of healing the dark nature, the shadow, by having that compassion and that self-love, right? We talk about love, but that self-love and that compassion and wanting to not only confront my shadow, but confront my shadow from the aspect or the position of self-love and compassion by shining the light of compassion on my shadow to be more aware of the different things that were going on, things that I was not even aware of. But I'm going to wrap this up because I want to share more. I'm going to do additional videos on this because there's so much that I learned on this journey of self-discovery and the shadow and the light and how I repressed so much of the things that needed to be seen, and they came up to the surface to be healed, and learning how to have self-acceptance along with that self-love and that deep compassion for myself helped me to have that compassion and have more patience, and realizing that I need to have that same compassion for other individuals, and learning not to place judgments on myself was very profound in this process as well, because this also helps me to realize that I can't have judgment on anyone else. But when I learn how to recognize that I'm judging myself, then it's going to help me to realize that I'm doing the same for other people as well. So self-acceptance and self-love is so crucial. And you know, we have Valentine's Day coming up, right? So having that true key relationship with yourself and learning how to have those boundaries and not be so codependent and wrapped up in relying on external items and situations and circumstances and people for that love, but learning how to have this love for myself is so key and it's so valuable, and it helps me. And this is a journey that I gather that I'm going to continue to be on, because lessons are, we just don't learn them and then we move on. No, we continue on this process. We continue on this journey to see what we're made of, to see if we're actually learning our lessons, because tests will come up, right? That's what life is about. And learning how to release old behavior patterns, fears, doubts, worries, things that actually don't change the outcome, they can make them worse. So recognizing fear, recognizing worry, and learning how to heal, that's part of that shadow work that, you know, that I'm working on, that I'm working through. Part of my lesson is realizing when worry and doubt and fear comes up and how to handle it by remembering that I am love, because love is the opposite of worry. Love is the opposite of fear. And going back into that space of I just said it, the key is love. The key is recognizing that love is unconditional. Love does not come with conditions, and this is something that I am learning, and I gather once again that I'm going to continue to learn. But love does not come with conditions, and when you learn how to accept yourself and realize that I am love, and there's no need for me to worry. There's no need for me to fear. And there's no need for me to have these, you know, expectations externally, because they're not going to be met. And I'm going to disappoint myself, right? Ultimately, remembering my soul plan to be whole. My soul path is to be whole. And what I needed to realize is that I consist of both, not only feminine energy, but I also consist of masculine energy. And it's my assignment, my divine right to realize and recognize that I do contain or have both of these energies, and learn to merge these energies so that I can be whole. Because what ends up happening, and what has happened for me, is the scattering here and there, and not realizing that because I am whole, because I am both masculine and feminine energy, then all I need to do is merge these to recognize that I am whole, that I am one, and that I am already united within. And that has helped me to realize my deeper connection to all beings, my deeper connection to Mother Earth, and to all others, and the source of all. And when you realize that you're connected, deeply connected to the source of all, then you know that you're deeply connected to all beings. And ultimately, my journey is a journey of self mastery. And so that is a lifetime's work. And that's something that I am proud of. I'm actually happy to say that this has been my journey. This has been the lessons that I am working on, that I have been working on, and I will continue to work on. So, with that being said, once again, happy birthday to the February babies. Peace, love, and light, and harmony and balance to all. Until we meet again. See ya.